We love our industry and are always looking to maximize your production in the field. Ballard Products have over 350 products that can help you get the most out of your efforts every day. Whether you're looking to get a better cut, keep your gear on your machine, keep your expensive equipment clean and safe, or just get the most out of your machines, Ballard has you covered. Make sure to use Brian's 10 to save 10% off our complete line of gear. Jump on our easy-to-use updated website at ballard-inc.com to get your gear ordered today. Now get out there and make it your best year yet. Ballard.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no-nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Doesn't have the same effect. I tried to be like Caleb Ballman for a second. I don't know why. It's just all in there. Podcast. My voice doesn't go that deep, but he's got it mastered for the Bobcat ad is what I think is his Bobcat voice. Any which way, welcome to the Fullerton Unfiltered show. Your host, Brian Fullerton here, is hanging with beautiful, what's your name again? Mrs. Potato Head? I'm bringing the mic closer.
Somebody called me Mrs. Lawn Maintenance on a live stream the other day.
Mrs. Lawn, they did actually. I saw that comment. We've been doing weekly live streams at Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So thanks for hopping on. If you guys, I
don't know where Mrs. Potato Head just came from.
Why did you say that?
That's where my brain is, and you're like, let's podcast. I'm like, I don't think you understand. Nobody's home. I started talking to Alexa in the car. You're like, who's Alexa?
We were driving in from actually doing some house vendor visits and whatnot. There's the guy that's running. The Matrix literally glitched. Dude. Folks, I'm telling you, we try to document our life on YouTube, not to get rich, but to like laugh at these memories along the way. I swear on my soul, we were just driving into our subdivision. There's a guy running, and then like we turned the corner because he had just went around the bend. He was gone. And Liz goes, dude, I swear I've seen the same guy too. And what did you say? It was a glitch in the Matrix? Yeah. The guy is now just running past our window. I swear to God, where did he go? And then when we were turning in, you go, Alexa, don't worry about it. And I go, what did you say?
No, I said, Alexa's not in the car.
Yeah, Alexa's not in the car. And I said, come again? And I go, who's Alexa? Why are you talking to her? What did you say?
I was going to ask what the temperature was going to be because you have to film a video outside. And so I was going to see what the temperature was tomorw. You're
having this like conversation with Alexa.
I guess. I don't know, man. And I was so against getting Alexas because first of all, they're creepy to listen to. And second of all, like they make you stupid apparently. Because now I just randomly talk to her throughout the day. I'm home so much and I talk to Alexa so much. But I mean, if this doesn't tell you something, Emmy's third word was Alexa.
Yeah.
She still talks to Alexa. She was having an argument with Alexa the other day. I don't know what was going on, but she was so mad at her.
If you guys have kids, you know, she mutes. Well, there'll be some value probably, hopefully, maybe on the show. She mutes the Alexa now. She wins the fight.
She does. She hits the button. I don't know what button, but it makes it red.
There's a circle with a line cut off, like a caution circle, you know what I mean? Like a no smoking sign. It turns off Alexa. There's no talking, or it's on, but it's like on mute mode. Like on silent mode or whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't talk, it doesn't listen, it doesn't do anything. But the whole org turns red.
The last word.
Yes. Yeah.
She kept saying the same phrase over and over again. I couldn't figure out what it was. And we have like multiple Alexas. She was having an argument, same phrase over and over again, all of them in the house. I don't know I have no idea what she was saying.
Then she mutes Alexa.
And then she muted them.
Sounds familiar. I'm like, hey, you want to have a conversation? No, but I'll mute you. I don't want to hear your opinion. Okay.
Anyways, let's talk about something value added.
This won't be another rehash last time of an hour long show of just.
Gosh, that was the last one I was on, wasn't it?
That's a goodie.
It's just last week.
I think that was Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yeah, or maybe I had a guest on Monday.
What is today? Thursday?
Third nest day.
So
we wanted to talk about, actually some good things, like some good life updates. Like selfishly, this is like some wins for us. Like we're really, really excited about this. We closed on the mortgage, which I'm super excited about. that's, I guess, the whole show. All right. Hey, you guys have a great day.
It's honestly really surreal. Like, if you guys haven't been following our story since like day one, like,
this is a team win. This is like a huge win for us, you guys, everybody listening.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't be more thankful, more humble.
It's just, I don't know. It seems so, it's seeming more real now today, but yesterday when we were actually signing the documents and stuff, it's weird because when you normally close on a mortgage, you're going to go take ownership of a house.
Sure.
And like, this is just the big, like, there's no, it's an empty field. Like, now you can dig your hole. Like, it, you know, felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then today we were picking out some like,
well, this week we picked out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
We are doing vendor visits. By the way, Building It Together is our second YouTube channel.
I'm like heavy breathing into the microphone.
You're like Darth Vader over here.
I'm like almost 9 months pregnant. There's not a lot of lung space.
So our second YouTube channel, it's like our family channel. A lot of you guys have actually been with us for 4 or 5 years. We started that channel probably 5 years ago, because Brian's on Maintenance has been around for 6 or 7. And it was just something for us to do in the winter because we were just kind of ramping up some snow work with buying the new truck. And so we're like, hey, we should like vlog because so many people wanted to see
like behind the scenes
stuff. Like, how do you guys work together as a couple? What do you guys do for fun? You know, like I say all the time on the podcast and on the YouTube channel, like the lawn care business is like, it's all encompassing, like mentally, but like physically, we're only, you know, doing so much. You know what I mean? Like we cut grass and we're done at 5, 6 o'clock like you guys. And there's always work to do. There's always stuff to maintain or fix or bid. But at the end of the day, it's like we have a life too. It's not just all things lawn care. And and I don't know if it's like a good idea to like share more of our personal life, but we're oversharers as it is. So we started the second channel, and originally it was called Fullerton Party of Two, and we were just making some videos in the winter. And so we're Blake and Natalie with B&B Lawn Care, which was pretty funny.
I miss them making videos. They were fun.
Yeah, it's just fun to see like a different side of people, not always like business or selling something or reviewing something. It's just like, I mean, you could still do that with, you know, our second channel, but the reality is like it's a little bit more.
There's like no pressure. It was just like
it's extra credit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to put some effort into it, you know, as we document the home build process, because we've realized so many of you guys like, dude, that's the dream. Like, start your own business, get out of debt, put some money in the bank, and then build your dream home.
I love looking back at our old videos
because
it's
God,
like
we were kids.
that's part of the reason why I really like do enjoy it. There's obviously a lot of negatives to social media, but one of the really big positives for me is being able to look back at
where we came from and document our story and our journey. Because
it's wild. If you go back just to like where we are today, it feels like it's been forever, but it really hasn't been.
It really does feel like 10, 15 years.
But it's not.
And it's like been 5. That's the wildest part. So anybody that's like, hey man, can I change my stars, change my life? I'm like, dude, we're literally living proof. Like literally living proof that you can go from, you know, and we weren't like destitute, but we were poor.
We were going nowhere.
We were not going anywhere. We had no prospects, no income like to speak of. We were making 40, 50 grand a year combined. Probably.
Neither of us are college educated. Like it
was pretty minimal existence. Yeah. And in the last, you know, you guys have heard our whole story on one of the last, you know, podcast episodes, but you know, it's been a 5, 6, almost 7-year grind, you know, to get things to where they're at today. And just growing the lawn care business. We just got 2 more commercial bids back, so we're super excited about that. We just had I built out another like 16 grand in accounts receivable for the last 2-week pay period. That's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. Like these were not conversations. That was 2 weeks. You know, that was 2 snowstorms. Like that's pretty dope. Like these are different types of conversations now, and we haven't like made it by any means, but like we're still in that process of like buttoning up, you know, what we set out to do, which was our big quest. 8 years ago.
Yeah. So we've been married for 8, almost 9 years and together for almost 10.
11. Yeah.
And one thing that we used to do, we talked about this a lot in the past, is like we were so broke and like had no idea of what was even available in life. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of our date nights are spent going out and like dream building. We'd go to a jewelry store or just like a nice store in the mall, like
Barnes and Noble, look at the Rob Report.
Yeah. Like instead of buying the
Southern Home Living,
loiter in Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
And one of the big things that we always did very early on was go tour homes.
All the time.
This is what we did. I mean, weekends. That's always. Sometimes we'd hit like 3 or 4 homes in a weekend.
How many homes do you think we've literally walked through?
I couldn't even put a number on it because
20?
for years.
50?
Yeah.
100?
Honestly.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but like that was our passion. We've always wanted a home where we can host people and like love on them and, you know, just have a stable, safe place. Like
home base.
Yeah.
We love to travel, But man, like after about 3 or 4 days in, like let's say it's a week-long trip, after about 3 or 4 days, we're like, dude, we cannot wait to get home.
I miss my bed.
We miss our bed. And you know, like we missed our 700 square foot. Maybe not. That might be a stretch. But this little apartment condo thing that we have now, we love it. It's fine. It's happy.
Well, even in the 700 square foot apartment, we used to jam like 20 people in that thing, extend the table. We bought,
Taco
you
Tuesdays.
could put like a leaf in the table. We bought plywood to like extend it even longer. And there was no room. You couldn't walk around the table. But I love having a full table and like, there's just, I don't know. So this has been our dream since like day one. And like, how many times do you think we've had to reset the goal?
You know, man, that's a good question. We should like do a YouTube video on that, because I was going to title the podcast something like "There Will Be Disappointment," and that's part of the process of winning. Like people think you avoid to be successful. Many people think that to be successful, you have to avoid failure. And it's actually the opposite. There's a great book out there. It's a self-help book called Go for No. And it said like, you have to go through failure to become successful. They're not on other ends of the spectrum. It's actually like through the process of failing, you become successful. Right. And so like if I told people there will be disappointment and you're going to fail, people would be like, then why even start the journey? No, dude, like you just missed it. Like you have to try, fail, and adjust. How many times have we said that? We said that out of 480 episodes we've done on the podcast, I've said that statement on 150 of them, right? And so at the end of the day, like it's been an 8-year quest. It's been an 8-year journey. Like that's our story. Like we were broke as a joke. It took us 3-4 years to like reinvest in the company. We went 6 figures in debt. We bought a bunch of stuff, trucks and mowers and aerators and all this stuff. And we were $100,000 in debt plus personal financial debt, you know, like credit cards and all that mess and car loans. And then we paid off all that stuff along the way. We just started, once the lawn care business was making 15 to 20 a month and we were netting, you know, a little over half of that, we would just chisel away $5,000, $7,000, $7,000, $7,000, dude, for years. And then we took a cruise, we came back home, and the whole like, you know, getting out of debt, you know, quote unquote journey. We've told this story, I think, on Paul Jamison's podcast, episode 200, the Green Industry Podcast. It was episode 200, and we were living poolside after, or maybe before a cruise. I can't remember. I think
it was after we stayed an extra day.
Stayed an extra day.
Debt-free cannonball.
Yeah, I did a debt-free cannonball, jumped in the pool. It's like my version of Ramsey, but different. And I literally poolside. I paid off all of our, like a $7,000 credit card, a $4,000 credit card, $6,500 for, I think Synchrony with my trailer. And then maybe, I think the truck or the Infinity or something that we had. And for, you know, $3,000-4,000 back then, because it was getting close, and we were debt free. And then that was in 2019, bro. It's 2023. It's 4 years later. So if people are like, oh, building this baller home, I'm like, baller's relative, by the way. Like it's actually, it's a nice home. It's a modest home. It's a nice home. But at the end of the day, like we've been saving money for 4 years. I mean, I literally say it all the time on the podcast. Like we actually live pretty well, significantly below our means. I mean, we saved 60% of what we made last year.
Yeah.
Now it helps to make a lot more money. Quick tip.
Out earn the problem. I'm trying to save your way as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick life tip. Like it's easier to save, you know, $50,000 when you make $100,000. It's hard to save $50,000 when you make $50,000, you know, but you know, you guys know what I'm saying. Like we say that as common sense, humbly as possible. I always say in the podcast, maybe you guys are new here. It's all about Lon's Lessons Life. Like this podcast episode might be a little bit more of like the life part, but you know, all along the way, like we were just saving money, putting money in the business, reinvesting everything we can, social media crap, reinvesting hundreds of thousands of dollars in the cameras, lights, planes tickets, events, you know, light trusses. Like we have a live event. It's probably arguably the most successful live event in the industry, maybe besides like Grunder and the Grow Group. And here's a tip. Like every year I'm dropping $5,000, $10,000s and $20,000s of dollars into that event to make it an experience to like entice and encourage people to come check it out and live on a prayer that this could be worth it. And we're bringing in this year Sam Gembel, and I've got Weston Zimmerman synced up talking about Know Your Numbers, and Sam's coming to talk about leadership, like little prelude there. But bro, like we're just reinvesting all this stuff, and it's just been, I don't want to get emotional on this podcast, dude, but it's been just
it's gonna happen.
I don't know if this is the episode, but it took 8 years to go from engaged, broke as a joke, paying $20,000 for a wedding. Nobody's given us anything ever. Right. And now we just closed on the mortgage for our dream home, which by the way, you want to talk about, there will be disappointment. Like there was times like we were in the 700 square foot apartment, dude, and you ripped up our dreams.
I knew you were going to go there.
You ripped, I don't know if this is like the show, dude, but like you ripped up, we had a blowout fight. We were so broke. you were like, dude, nothing's working. This is not happening. Like, I was like, we're going to have a family one day and we're going to have a house.
It was so impossible where we were living and like how we were living.
And how we thought.
And how we thought, yeah. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, maybe check out Paul's episode 200.
Yeah, episode 200.
It goes into more detail, but we would put all of our goals on the refrigerator because it was one of the most prominent places in our house and one of the ones that, you know,
the dream board
you
thing.
Visit like your refrigerator kind of often. And so you wanted to put it in front of you. The refrigerator is a good spot. And we had all of these specific things about houses that we liked. And we put them on the refrigerator as like a little collage thing. And I did one day, we were really getting serious about wanting kids or even having the opportunity to have children. And we couldn't. I mean, our carpet in our apartment was 12 years old. There was mold on the ceiling. Like
we found a video recently, actually, and I was like I cannot believe it. Like, dude, we tell you guys stories and there's not even 1,000 years relatable, like galaxy far away of like how bad it really was.
Yeah.
And it's not like a victim thing. I'm just telling you, like, we were like, oh, it was a shitty apartment. And people are like, yeah.
The thing is, we were excited to move in there.
We were.
When we first moved in.
But I'm telling you, it was so much worse than we were even describing. It's
so much more worse than I remember looking back at the video.
Chris Tomlin can't even sing it. All right. How indescribable, unbelievable.
Yeah.
This house is horrible.
But it was. And so we had this argument about, I think it was right around the time that we were talking about reinvesting into the business or like choosing to like buy a starter home.
Little 175 grand starter home was prior budget at best. And that's fine. And that's fine. Like, that's no big deal.
It was so hard to see anything changing. And cause and so I'm looking at these things in the refrigerator and I had like a dramatic movie moment where I ripped them off the refrigerator and sat down on the floor and tore them up, just bawling my eyes out.
It's not that simple. He's just crying and bawling.
But it seems so like I can't describe to you guys like how unobtainable anything other than what we currently had like seemed.
And I disappointed you with that day. Then we moved here and I said, hey, it's going to be like a year from now. Then I disappointed you there. Then I said,
we have actually, Brian, I'm going to cry now talking about it, but Brian scooped up all of these little pieces after the argument, after I went to bed and put them in the Ziploc baggie. And that baggie full of ripped up dreams is on our dream board still. I guess we can take it down now.
I actually have a plan for it. Yeah. We're going to probably put it in concrete when we dig the foundation.
No.
Yeah. I'm probably going to put it.
No, I'm really crying.
I'm gonna take all the pieces out and we're gonna like pepper it like you would like throw rose petals like on a lake or something, and like little flower petals, and we're gonna put it right into the concrete because, dude, like it works. It works. I knew it would work. I believed it would work. I had to. I didn't have anything else going for us other than hope.
This is why we believe so much in this community, in this industry, because it changed everything for us. Everything.
Seriously, I know.
We knew no one. And nothing.
And then you meet people along the way that help you out. It's like the character quest. It's no different than every other good movie that you've ever seen of like a stereotypical character arc. Like, like person has to do something. They get called to do something they don't want to do. You meet some great people along the way. They give you some pointers. You change. You slay the dragons and you accomplish the dream. I mean, it's like the good old character arc story. And along the way, we meet people like a Mike Bedell and the Almonds and a Paul Jameson and a John Pajak and hundreds of Corey Ballard, Troy Clogg, and hundreds of other people that gave just one sentence or one piece of encouragement or sent a prayer that day, right? There's people out there that it's wild to see like how it has came together. And it's like we could have bought a little 200 grand home and that's fine. Those are, I mean, by the way, it's a national podcast. Like you guys listen all across the world. We live in Metro Detroit. 200,000 is a nice double wide trailer at this point.
I wish it was a joke.
We're not joking. Not. Like I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day.
And I know it's crazy everywhere.
No, and like it's not California bad or like Jersey bad or New York bad in terms of like cost of real estate. But dude, $200,000 around here, you cannot even get a 55 plus community ranch for less than $150,000 to $200,000. I mean, like, dude, most of them are $300,000-$400,000.
Yeah, my mom's currently looking, and
she's like, "This is ridiculous." I go, "Welcome to the jungle." We were just talking to a friend of mine. He has an auto body business, auto shop. A lot of you guys actually know who he is. He's one of my best friends, one of my best mans in my wedding. He just got plans back from a builder. They bought, like 12 or 20 acres or something like that over in Howell, Michigan, and he just got plans back. like 2 months ago for a modest 2,500 square foot home. Nothing wild, nothing ridiculous. Like, just good builder grade type stuff. Nothing luxury, just regular. It was $725,000. He goes, dude, are you out of your mind? He goes, with today's interest rates? I go, yeah.
At this point.
I go, yeah, dude, welcome to the jungle. He goes, how much is your home? I told him. He goes, dude, yours is much bigger than mine. I go, I know. He goes, this is insane. And of course, everybody's dealing with the same crap all across the way. Like I was talking to Mitchell Gordy, Mythical Outdoors now, and he bought his barn kit for like $40,000. GC'd it with another contractor. And I think all in, he's like, it's his numbers, but I think he was like 80 or 100 all in. Maybe more with like the concrete and the loft and some other stuff along the way. But like 100 grand. I'm like, dude, Mitchell, like I'm getting quotes all day back for pole barns for 150, 200, 250,000.
Yeah.
The Allmans are building a shop. It's going to be north of...
I don't even know. I don't even want to speculate.
Yeah, I mean, I know some of the numbers that they're sharing, but what it appraises for, because they have so much sweat equity, it would be close to almost $750,000 to $1 million. And they're going to do it for, half, 2/3 of that because they're doing it all on their own, basically, besides like the shell and some of the big stuff. It's absolutely wild. And so you almost feel hopeless. And we by the way, COVID happens, the cost of everything happens, all this stuff happens. I mean, there's still a lot to do. This is not the finish. This is the start. But it's wild to see like the dream almost like slipping away, and you're running, you're trying.
Last year,
2 years ago, we pulled the e-brake. Last year, we pulled the e-brake. And
so many times.
The home's costing hundreds of thousands of dollars more from literally no fault of our own, just, inflation. And, apparently printing, $10 trillion in the global economy has, ramifications and cause and effect. Who would have thought that printing helicopter money would everybody enjoyed their $2,000 stimulus checks and $600 stimulus checks. But you know what? Like that has ramifications, and now everybody's paying $9.50 for a carton of eggs. And like you hear people say like this stuff 5 years ago and be like, gas is going to be $8 a gallon one day. Like, okay, maybe not gas, but milk and eggs and cheese are, and it's absolutely wild. And so it's just been this like trying. And then last year, same thing. And look, I know that if you guys have been with us for, more than, 2 months, 3 months, you get in the know probably us a little bit. I mean, on social media, between the podcast or YouTube. And like, we're all about just loving on you guys, man, encouraging you guys. Like the podcast, I always say it's real, authentic lawn care. Like I'm literally screaming at the top of my lungs, raise your rates, do this. Here's efficiency, here, tips and secrets. And here's how to make more money. And here's what we're doing. And like, here's what's working. Here's what's not working. And like, we're just pouring it out there every single day. And, this is one of our wins. This is a big win. Like we spent a lot of time and energy. Like this is our big thing. Some people want a nice truck. Some people want a Lambo. Some people want a helicopter. Some people want a big retirement fund. Some people, I mean, obviously everybody wants that. Some people want a vacation condo up north or down south or East Coast or West, pick your place. Like we just wanted a nice home. And we also wanted it to be a forever home because we just wanted to go all in on one place. We don't want to really move 17 times. You moved a bunch.
I moved a lot, and not always the nicest areas. And I just wanted so badly, like, if you haven't experienced it, you're not going to understand. But if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I just want a place to have a home.
Yeah.
Like capital H, home. To raise my babies and to have them know that no matter what happens, this is their place and they'll always be safe. And
they can always come back to.
And I know it's not everybody's thing, and I know not everybody's going to understand, but whatever it is for you, I hope that like we at least can shine some hope onto that for you too. Because if we could figure it out, I swear to God, you can. I believe in you. Like I had a hard time believing in us, but I can believe in you. If you need it, give me a call. It's just, I can't believe it. It's really starting to hit me today that like, we're going to build our home.
Yeah, we are. It only took
a long time and resetting the goals. And we talk a lot about goal setting. Like we are like, I feel like if people have heard us and heard our story or been around for a while, they're like, oh yeah, Brian and Liz, vision, goals, got it. Like I feel like we just regurgitate the same information, but it's because we're so passionate about it. Like we're passionate about it for a reason. And, it's hard when we're good at completing our goals. We're good at being consistent. And like, this was one thing that like, we could just not crack this nut for no fault of our own. That has been the most frustrating thing to experience through COVID, through everything is like, no, we were doing all of the right things.
And I'm like,
we're laying your your, butt on, like, I don't think that I can name one person that has laid more on the line or left it all on the field more than Brian. I mean, every night up until, even through Emmy, up until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., doesn't matter. Newborn waking up, that man was up working, editing videos, doing contracts, like whatever it is. I mean, he wrote a book, you guys, in
5 months.
5 months?
Literally after midnight.
After midnight, this is.
There's not a single page that was written before 11 p.m. I will
and
guarantee
I can vouch
you
for that. And like,
I literally would wake up the next day and go, what did I write?
You did a few times. I
did.
know you did.
I Grammarly lit it up like a Christmas tree. And I'm like, what?
This isn't even English.
This is like alien hieroglyphics. But I knew what I wanted to say, but I was just like, man, it was a struggle.
And it's hard because like when you get good at completing your goals or getting used to being consistent about them and like knowing that eventually if you just keep doing what you're supposed to do, you'll hit it. It gets hard, like especially seeing people around you, like God bless almonds. I love them. I think they have a great story, but I will not lie to you and say it's been easy watching them build their dream shop.
Sure.
And just us feeling like we're sucking wind. Mm-hmm. We don't even, for the longest time, own our own freaking grass. Mm-hmm. We have like 5 different storage units we keep our crap in. And
it's like, your faith can sometimes be tested when you're in the storm and in the valley, because on every podcast, I'm like, it's about having goals. It's about being daily disciplined. It's about being consistent. And in the meantime, I feel like I'm losing on the back end. I'm telling you guys, this is what you have to do to be successful. This is what's working for us. This is how you get to what you want to accomplish. And in the back end, also at the simultaneous same time. And I don't know if you guys ever felt like this, but it's like, when will it happen for me? Like, when will I get the nice truck? When will I get the new mower? Like, when will I be able to tell my wife she doesn't have to work a stupid job? Like, when will I be able to actually like get my wife a car that starts when you put the key in? Doesn't talk back. Like, when will I be able to actually tell my wife, like, hey, not only we can go get a home, but we can build a dream home, a nice dream home, a luxury dream home, a very, very nice home. And it works. It works. And we literally like laid it all out on the line. And, it was
just for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Like, it wasn't like I set a goal and this is our 5-year goal. You guys, we have been talking about this before we even got married.
Before we even did social media. We have a binder of stuff.
I have a binder that I put together and it said 2020 on it. Fullerton Estate, coming 2020.
Well, we're 3 years too late.
Better late than never, because there's people that would turn over and wet on themselves after the first year. So, I don't regret a single thing.
Have you ever thought about starting your own lawn and landscaping business, but not sure where to start? Look no further than LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com, an e-training website dedicated to helping you start and grow a successful lawn care business. Save more time and make way more money by learning exactly what it takes to grow your business to the next level. Invest in your future by first investing in yourself. Use promo code PODCAST to save 10% on all training programs today at LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com. Now, back to the show.
I don't know if we have like a super deep motivational message for you guys here on today's show.
We're just going to cry at you. Sorry.
I just like, it wasn't even actually the idea for the podcast. We're going to go in a different direction. But
I think in the car you were like, okay, we got to bring the energy because we're tired.
We were very tired. We are very tired. It's been a long couple days.
We need to laugh. And then we're doing the opposite of that.
Totally. We were laughing the whole way home, trying to like build some charisma and some energy. I'll just wrap it up with just kind of a short and sweet episode of Fun Friday, man. Like it works. In just a handful of years, you can change your life. You can change your business. Like we always, so many people say in 0 to 3 years are some of the toughest years. 2 to 5 years, you can start really getting some headwind. And in 5 to 10, you can like really turn this thing on overdrive. We're kind of like in year 5 or 6, because that's called my, like Brian's Lawn Maintenance 2.0, my second win. I met Bedell, met YouTube met me, and we've all been working together. And like, dude, we're not YouTube millionaires. We're not lawn care millionaires. That name's already taken. We're just regular people, I mean, dude, literally, I had an account the other day that like canceled because they're going with like a regional outfit that's going to do all the stores, and they're getting rid of like 16, contractors to just go with one to do 30 some stores. And I said, were you unhappy with our service? He goes, no, it's nothing on you. It's all on us. We're just trying to consolidate. And I go, hey, Darren, I'll be honest with you. I've never been fired for doing a good job. It's a new one. But that account's a $12,000, $13,000 a year account with lawn and snow. And I was like, WTF, bro? That's a L. Like little daily minutia. Like there's wins and there's losses, and it's, but again, it's like, it's 2 up, 1 down, 3 up, 2 down, 2 up, 1 down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. There's ups and downs, but overall we're going up. And there's been times where we go down 10. Those are knockout dragouts. And there's times when you shred all those pieces of paper and you put them on the fridge. And they were on the fridge and you shredded them all. And they were, that is a real story. And they were all over the kitchen floor. And you slammed that door and you went to bed. And I said, like, that's okay. It's okay. Like, we just can't both quit on the same day. And I put them all back in the bag. And I said, dude, like, just give me another chance. Give me like another couple months. Give me like another year. Like, just give me another year or 2. I don't know what I don't know. Obviously, if I did what I was supposed to do, we'd have what I think we're supposed to have. I got to change. Things got to change. I got to change the way I think so I can change the way what I do. Everybody wants to have. So few people want to do and even less want to be. Okay, I got to be somebody different. I got to be somebody that makes $100,000 a year. You don't have $100,000 a year income. You got to be somebody that makes 100, or pick your number. And I said, fine, like, I'm not there yet. I have to work on me. And I work on me at 4 o'clock in the morning, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, at 9 o'clock in the morning, at 9 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd be serving and pouring out and just trying to help you guys be better people. Teaching you stuff that I learned about 3 minutes before. Because I'm like on the same hunt and the same journey with you guys. And we didn't get the home that next year in 2019. We didn't get the home for you in 2020. We didn't get the home in 2021. We were so close to getting the home going in 2022. And I said, I said, Liz, I said, don't leave me. But I said,
it's always a good way to bring up something to your wife.
I said, hey, you're really not going to like what I say next, which is always a great way for people skills to lead into somebody not liking what you say next. But I said, hey, it's not going to happen again. I'm sorry. And you said this last time and you said it wouldn't happen again. And I said, I know. And I didn't think I was lying to you, and I don't think I'm lying to you, but I'm sorry, and it's going to take a little bit more time. And I don't know what you said that day or the same time, last year or 15 months ago, but you said, okay. And I don't know what you thought or how you were feeling, but I know how I felt. I felt like a loser. And, it was supposed to happen in 2020, 2021, 2022.
We put up a silt fence.
We put up a silt fence. I spent $3,000 on a silt fence. It's still there.
It's still there, I hope.
It's faded as shit. It's like a brown silt fence. It's bright orange. You can see it from NASA. I was so proud of that silt fence. I'm going to go take some more photos in front of that silt fence. And you know what it feels like putting your dreams out there and literally physically putting your dreams out there with a silt fence?
All of our neighbors are asking.
Every day, 6 different neighbors around the property saying, when are you guys starting? I go, don't worry about it, dude. Like,
or you guys
don't worry about it.
Innocently trying to cheer us on, like, hey, we're excited for you. Like, when's it happening? And we have to put it off again. That wasn't easy.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
And, I know this is just the beginning. This isn't the end, obviously, but I'm telling you guys, it works. It works. It works. I want to be like, I told you so. But man, I'll tell you what, like, that pilot light was starting to flicker. It was starting to flicker, dude. And I was like, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I see where things are trending. I said, just give me a little bit more time. Give me a little bit more time. We're almost there. And I still don't think that's really hit us, either of us just yet, but we signed on the mortgage on Wednesday and wired an obscene amount of money to somebody. They're like, hey, here's the account numbers. Just wire this over. I said, do you know how much money that is? They go, well, yeah, it's exactly this much, this, and this. I go, no. I mean, like, I understand you work in banking and it's like normal for you to like wire hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars probably every day and multiple times a day. I've spent 5 years saving this money. If it goes to, Amir in Bangladesh because somebody scams me by one account number, okay, I don't get a home for another 4 years. I'm going to go live in a double wide trailer. Brian, it'll be okay. I literally had 3 different people say, it's okay. We got you.
You verified like 6 days.
I verified 16 different ways, like it's going to the right account because it's a gob of money.
Yeah.
Because we paid off the land and we're putting 20% down on the home because we're doing it exactly like as right as possible. Right? Like we're doing everything as right as possible. So it's taken a long time because to build new construction custom, you have to pay off the land. Now you can roll that into a mortgage, but at the end of the day, like it didn't make sense. Like let's just pay off the land and put our chunk down. So it took a couple extra years. I remember somebody commenting on a Tigran McGirt's video, oh, like so successful that you bought land, but you can't build on it. I'm like, dude, if you only knew. If you only knew like what we were sitting on, like liquid. And who cares at the end of the day? Like, God bless that guy. But I'll tell you what, Wednesday we signed on the mortgage. We went and got some Victory French fries at McDonald's. And we didn't even think about it. We didn't even almost care. We had so much more going on to grow the company. I had a live stream.
We had last night
YouTube
we got
video.
Home and you had double back-to-back live streams. You put up a video. I gave Emmy a bath and we went to bed.
And then I called my board, Cornell Mac, and talked to him for 30 minutes about some sponsorship opportunities.
Delivered.
We had Cold Stone delivered. But like we went right back into the grind.
We didn't have time to think about it.
Didn't even care.
Like we got home, I had to take care of my daughter. You had to do your live stream. Like
coaching calls today. It's been a busy day.
Monitor the comments. Like it was just you know.
Who cares? Life
same
goes
thing
on.
today. We were out like one of like the weird dreams I have. I don't know if I want to call it weird, but like I've always wanted a fireplace. Like I literally almost started crying in the middle of the fireplace like store.
Yeah.
When we get home, we're like, okay, podcast, let's go. Like that we don't stop because now it's just habit.
I'm telling you guys what. We'll button up here. It's a fun checkpoint. It's a fun win. We're very, very excited. We're very, very thankful. I'm just telling you guys, like, man, we encourage you guys every single ounce that we can. We love it. You guys are our friends. Like, we're not social media influencers. And I know people all the time, like, I get on social and I hop off social. I'm like, that's fine. But you understand, like, what social media is? It's relationships.
Yeah, we were just talking about this earlier.
It's social media. Like, stop looking at social media as this, like, tool to grow an income. And start looking at people like they're humans. I don't understand. People like, I get on social media and I get off social media. And look, I get it. But, like, don't negate the fact that those are people that are asking you questions. Those are customers, right, that are asking you for help. Pour into those people. And we've got, I would argue to say, I bet you I've answered more DMs if Instagram could actually look at my account. I've probably answered more DMs than everybody you know in our space combined.
Oh, for sure. Hands down. Like, no discredit to anybody else, but
I've spent 6 years on social, I should say, paying into every single person I can. Like, every single person that we could along the way. And by serving others, you become free. Like Zig Ziglar said, like, if you help enough people get what they want in life, you automatically get what you want. And I will literally prove to anybody that that's the truth. We're literally a living example of that. And so, like, hey, we signed on the mortgage. It's a great start. It's a horrible finish. All right, we got so much more work to do. We have a lot more money we need to make.
Yeah. We went and looked at appliances today. We need to make more
God.
money.
Like, we're budgeted, things are good, but we definitely are over on the budget for the appliances. That's not even, that's all Mitchell Gordy's fault.
Kind of gonna happen.
That's all Mitchell Gordy's fault. There's a brand out there called Wolf.
Don't look at it.
I was like, what do they make? Like, hunting gear? He goes, dude, you're dumb. Like, some of you guys know the brand. I'm like, I'm not even gonna get into it. The pizza oven.
Oh my gosh, you were still on the pizza oven.
We're not
the
buying
whole
one.
way home. Brian's talking about this pizza oven that we saw as we were leaving.
The audacity of some of these human beings to make. We saw an oven that was $75,000.
We did actually. That's not the pizza oven. That's a different.
The pizza oven was a fraction of that. I'm like, that's a car. That's more than we pay for the Jetta. We're not buying that, obviously. That's not even a question.
Yeah, it's easy. Everything's more than the Jetta was.
The Jetta was $9,000. It was $87.50. I was like, you're out of your.
They had the best heated seats.
It really did. You know why? Because it was like heating coil on a 2x4, a piece of plywood. They wrapped it in like pleather leather. But like, gosh. I'm just like, what is our life? What are we doing right now? And we're not a finished product, folks. And hey, if you guys want to use the Brianstein code, now's the year to do it. You know what I'm saying? All those 300 books that we sold, making $4 a pop, really going to put us over on that appliance budget. We really do appreciate the love and support. Just having some fun. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, social media income, long-term income, everything is going to get thrown at this thing that we can to, you know, make it work. And any which way, we're actually living as comfortably and as responsibly is probably the best word to say that we can, because we want to make sure like the long-term income alone can pay for the home. That's why we waited so long to put such a chunk down to get the, what do you call it, the principal, if like the cost of the home to something that, God forbid anything ever happened with social.
We're not relying
on it. So, and people don't get that. And I get flamed and I'm like, God, how could you nuke some dude for being conservative and fiscally responsible? And then other people are like 10X. Like, I get it. I'm a 10X junkie just like all y'all that are too. But I'm not going to mess with my family's finances when I have a kid or 2 kids and a wife. It's not how it works. So like, stop that nonsense. Like, be fiscally responsible. So any which way, I'm super excited about what we've accomplished. I'm super excited about where we're going to be accomplishing. And if you guys want to follow along and tag along, here, I'll just leave it with this. Come check out Building It Together on YouTube. I think the floodgates are really going to open up and we're really going to start pouring a bunch of that content out there. And we're going to show you guys the dream is real. We're going to show you guys that, hey, maybe you don't want to build a home this size. I encourage you not to. But if you want to build something half the size or 2/3 of the size or whatever.
Or bigger.
What's that?
Or bigger.
Or bigger. Maybe dude, God bless you. For real. There's some of you guys that dream big. I'm like, dude, this home's already nonsensical, like for us. And yeah, God bless you. If you want to build that, I will encourage you to the end of the world, man. Like, let's rock and roll. I just want to say, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for sticking with the dream. Thank you for doing whatever it took. Like, it's a team win. Like, you did this just as much as I did. Like, I'm so proud of you for sticking around, sticking with it. And not only that, dude, like, just winning with me. Like, every single ounce of success that we've had is like equally yours to say that you were responsible for. Don't think it was like all anything I did after midnight. That's nonsense. Because behind every great man is a great woman telling him what to do.
Oh, okay. You're going to start making me cry until that. Okay.
That's why I brought it back. Trying to read the room here. Any which way, don't get your wife on a podcast talking about getting her dream home if she's 9 months pregnant. There's a flood of emotions going on there.
Yeah, I haven't been very emotional, and I think it's all coming out now.
Think you're all getting it out at the end?
Yeah.
It's perfect timing for me to, milk that one. So any which way, Building It Together. If you guys want to come check us out on our second channel, we got some cool videos that are popping there, and we'll be making a bunch more content on YouTube. I got to pay for this damn house, so we're gonna aerate every single home on the planet, and I'm making exclusively mow and tall grass videos. You're gonna milk the algorithm, like help me make $50,000 with mow and tall grass videos. There you go. We need to start like a 3rd, 4th, 5th channel. Just having fun. All right. No shade if you do that, dude. If you guys are trying to come up with $50,000, go mow a bunch of tall grass videos. I guarantee you'll get there in about 12 months or less. So
I'd say it's more honorable than feet pics.
It's more honorable than feet pics?
Yeah.
It's kind of like this. It's like the guy version, if you ask me.
No.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. It's in the same category.
And on that note.
All right. Any which way, if you want to watch some fun reels and stuff like that too, make sure you guys follow Liz on Instagram, Elizabeth.Fullerton. And then that's all I got. Dreams do come true, but don't expect a multi-million-dollar dream on a minimum wage or work ethic. It's just not how it works, man. So make sure you guys pay the full price if you want to enjoy the full reward.
Well said.
All right. Anything else you got?
No, just thank you to everybody. Everybody's been so kind. Like, we put out that we were closing, didn't really make a big deal about it.
I haven't even made a post yet. It's been 2 days.
And I've gotten flooded with people that have followed
awesome.
us since the beginning, like saying congratulations.
If you know, you know. If you've been around, you get it. If this is your first show, hey, we talk about lawn care too.
We don't always cry.
I always say it's real, authentic lawn care in 2023, helping you guys grow a successful business. And you know what? Like, the byproduct is you do whatever you want with the income. For us, we want to sink a chunk into a super nice home. So that's what we got. And cool trucks too. All right, that's what I got. Appreciate you guys listening in. Anything else you got, babe?
Nope.
All right, over now, guys. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll be back here on Monday. Don't forget to hit follow in the top right corner. There's a plus sign, and you'll get notified anytime there's a new show. And by the way, like, leave us some ratings and reviews. We've been listening to them and watching them come on in, and they've been starting to spike up a little bit, which is nice, which is probably a sign that you guys are starting to listen to the show more often as we are almost getting out the door and get ready for the spring rush, man. So leave me a quick review before we do so and we get too busy and you forget to do that. I would really, really appreciate it. All right, over and out. Appreciate you guys listening, and we will catch up with you here soon.
Bye.
We've got the goods. If you're looking for one place to find all the gear, you need to jump on Ballard-Inc.com. With over 30 years in the industry and 23 years selling high-quality products, we've got your back. From mower gear, trailer racks, mower blades, safety gear, and so much more, you'll find everything you need to maximize your efforts and protect your gear in one place. And let's not forget about the new carbide tungsten gold blades that'll have you wondering why it took so long to get these to market. Make sure to use Brian's 10 to save 10% at checkout. We've got a bunch of new gear coming soon, so make sure you're following Brian and Ballard to stay in the loop. Head over to Ballard-Inc.com today and get geared up. Hi, I'm Mr. Producer, and one more thing. If you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you need our free email newsletter. It's delivered 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday what's new to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. Join our mailing list to stay connected to the world of lawn care and get exclusive access to the latest and greatest from Fullerton Unfiltered and Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Don't miss out on this opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and elevate your lawn care game. Sign up now with the link we've provided in the show description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.